We're live.
What an incredible win if you take the context going into the test series. 3-0 mauling against New Zealand. Everybody asking questions of this Indian team, and this is how you rise as a phoenix. What an incredible moment. And now the captain's there. Questions will be asked. Where does Rohit Sharma bat? There you go. He was practicing against the pink ball. Bharat Ramraj, Gargi Rao joining me in this post-match show. We will have Rohit Juglan joining me soon. Devashish Sen, Shubhan Chakraborty, they will join us immediately after taking the visuals and the press conference. We will have Ogni joining us. We have our full team here in the studio. So first comments, Gargi Rao, what an incredible win given the context of this test match going into the match.
This is incredible how India have turned this test around completely on its head. I think Australia will be thinking of this, for a very long time, how they lost, from a favorable position to completely losing complete control of the game. It's mind-boggling how India has done it. And, the way that India has performed in this test, the team, the collective effort from everyone, from Siraj, from Harshit Rana, Nitish Reddy, Jasprit Bumrah, of course, and the big names, Yashasvi Jaiswal, KL Rahul. Who can forget that partnership? And Virat Kohli 100. So when you think of it, everyone has Rishabh Pant as well, Siraj. When you think of this, the entire team has worked collectively, and that is an effort we hadn't seen for a very long time. We were only seeing, specks of brilliance from one individual performing or 2 or 3 people performing. But right now, I think this is what was needed from the Indian team: a collective effort. And look at how strong these players are strong individually as it is, but when they come together, they're unbeatable.
Bharat Ramraj, first comments.
It's just an unbelievable win. First of all, one has to consider that India had lost 0-3 to New Zealand, and then they were bowled out for 150 in some really tough conditions for batting. And then for Bumrah to bowl the way he did, I think he's the king of this test match for me. Yes, Jaiswal got that brilliant turn, Kohli got that superb 100, but the king of this test match is the captain of the Indian team, that is Jasprit Bumrah. That was a spell for the ages. Most teams, when you're bowled out for 150, you are deflated and you tend to lose the plot from there. But Bumrah swung the ball, seamed the ball. He was doing all kinds of things, hitting the deck with control. He had the Australian batters on tenterhooks. And from there, obviously, Jaiswal played an exceptional innings. KL Rahul also really put on a good show. So it was a very collective effort, and that should really please the Indian camp, because even someone like Harshit Rana, test debutant in the first innings, was hitting the deck hard, bowled a beauty to someone like Travis Head, and that would really please the Indian camp going into the pink ball test. An unbelievable, mind-numbing victory, I would say.
Ogni, your first comment before I go to Gargi again.
অস্ট্রেলিয়াতে প্রচন্ড গরম, বইছে হালকা লু। অস্ট্রেলিয়াতে প্রচন্ড গরম, বইছে হালকা লু, শিকার হয়ে গেল ক্যাঙ্গারু, উড়িয়ে দিলাম দিয়ে ফু। আর কোনো কথা নেই, আর কোনো কথা নেই। টুটা হে পার্থ কা ঘমন্ড, জিত গয়ে হে মুকাবলা ভারত। রোহিত শর্মা নেই, শুভমান গিল নেই। অস্ট্রেলিয়ার মাটিতে আয় আয়, পিঙ্ক বল টেস্টের জন্য আয়। এদিকে আয়, রোহিত শর্মা নেটে নেমে পড়েছে, থ্রো ডাউন নিচ্ছে। এবার তুই দেখ আকাশদীপ আসবে পিঙ্ক বলে, মোহাম্মদ শামিকে না উড়িয়ে নিয়ে আসে। হর্ষিত রানা, অনেক কথা হয়েছিল 3-0 হোয়াইট ওয়াশ, এত সহজ নয়। বাচ্চা ক্যাঙ্গারুর মতোই থাকবি, চুপচাপ থাকবি। জ্বালিয়ে দিয়েছি পারতে গিয়ে। ইংরেজি এখন বলবোই না, মুখ দিয়ে মাতৃভাষা বেরোচ্ছে, আরো অনেক কিছু বেরোচ্ছে যারা বলবো না। For every people who did not give us a chance, for every person who said 3-0 whitewash, 5-0 border Gavaskar trophy, this is your answer. Jasprit Bumrah remembered the name, remembered the spell, remembered the name of Yashasvi Jaiswal, and remember Virat Kohli. Australia মাটিতে Australia নিধন।
You need a break. Gargi is saying you.
I don't need a break. Who needs a break? কালকে চলো, কালকে অ্যাডিলেড টেস্ট ম্যাচ হোক, কাল ডে নাইট হোক, কার ব্রেক চাই? অস্ট্রেলিয়াকে ব্রেক লাগিয়ে দিয়েছে ইন্ডিয়া, ব্রেক ডান্স করাবে অস্ট্রেলিয়াকে।
Calm down. On a more serious note, we will decode this performance. We will absolutely decode this performance. Congratulations to each cricket fan. Thank you for your coverage. Appreciation for Ashish, Shubhan, and Rohit. Thank you very much. To everybody in the studio, the back end is as strong. Gargi's contribution, Bharat, Ogni, Shomik, the writing group, everybody, Rohan, Snehashish, Rahul, Neil, all our editors. It's a collective effort, and the day has just started because the auction is there. Plenty to do. Let's decode the performance. Gargi, your thoughts. Let's go one by one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's set it up with the skipper. For me, the man of the match, Jasprit Bumrah. That spell, 150 all out, as Bharat said, turned it around. That spell by Jasprit Bumrah. Rohit Juglan joins us. The moment we get Rohit, we'll put him on. Is he there?
Yes.
Rohit, first, Captain Jasprit Bumrah, my man of the match, 150 all out, gets a fifer, set it up. Australia vanquished by 300 runs. The Perth punch. That's what we are calling this show. Rohit Juglan, take it over.
Obviously, Boyo, it's on the cards from the morning. We were just predicting that whether we can be free by lunch or by tea or just after that. So it was again a well planned bowling attack. If you see yesterday's all wicket, they were because the local media, the local broadcasters, they were already discussions about what happened to Manas Labuschagne, what happened to Steven Smith. They already know since the morning from last evening that it's now the time that for lunch on day 4 or tea of day 4 it's going to be over. So they are not interested, I think, in this game anymore. For now, their only discussions were about that: do we have more batting strength? Can we just Josh English? If we get another defeat in Adelaide, can we have Josh English in our squad or some other batter? Because I was going through with their different batters, and having a word with a lot of Australian journalists. They were saying that depth of batting is still a very big concern for Australia. So yes, India given them a knockout punch here. Under 4 days, we won this game with a big margin. Jasprit Bumrah, the captain, spot on with his strategies. Coach Gautam Gambhir with the 2 inclusions, Nitish Kumar Reddy, Harshit Rana. You remember that everyone was questioning that, a less experienced team, first class game, not very much with them. If you talk about Harshit Rana and Nitish Kumar Reddy, still 2 of the most, influential performers as far as the newcomers are concerned. There were a lot of talks around Jurel. There were a lot of talks around Yashasvi Jaiswal. Yashasvi did a really great job in the second innings. But if you see newcomers, they have played their part, apart from Dhruv Jurel, everyone contributed. So be it Ajit Agarkar with his selections, be it Gautam Gambhir or Rohit Sharma or Jasprit Bumrah with the team selection, the playing 11 selection, be it the senior batters, be it the young players, everyone has played their part, Buryada. So it's a 10 on 10 performance from Team India. What they now, they have the, playing 11. We all discussed it, I think, day before earlier, that now Rohit Sharma is here. He spent a lot, I think around 40 minutes here.
We'll come to that. Because I'm going to ask you about Rohit Sharma. Let's just take one step at a time. Let's go with Jasprit Bumrah. We spoke to multiple people about Jasprit Bumrah. Everybody hailed. That's the comment that we wanted to take. This was captain leading from the front. An incredible effort from Jasprit Bumrah. This is, just read that stat, which a colleague of ours just gave.
Okay, so Bumrah's 72 for 8. The best match figures for an Indian pacer in Australia. Guess after who? Himself. From figures from Melbourne, 86 for 9 in 2018. So he's breaking his own records. There's no one in his league right now.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Just quick comment from Michael Clark, that one on Jasprit Bumrah, and I will go back to Rohit Juglan before I leave him for the press conference. But this is what Jasprit Bumrah is all about. Michael Clark had set it up. Your assessment of Jasprit as bowler and leader, can he kind of do the job for India in the absence of Rohit Sharma? Michael Clark.
He's the best bowler in the world across all 3 formats. There's no doubt about it. He's as confident as I've seen him. He's bowling as well as I've seen him. He'll want to dominate this series, and what better way to start than be captain? Look, I haven't seen him captain, but I've seen him bowl. I've seen him in the field. I've seen him play for India and be a senior player in that team. I think it'll inspire him. I don't think Bumrah will shy away from one thing on that cricket field. I think he's got leadership qualities. There's no doubt about it. He's vice captain of the team. Give him a crack. If I was India, I'd be backing him 100%.
That's Michael Clark setting up Jasprit Bumrah. Incredible effort. Rohit Juglan, is that spell, that fifer in the first innings and that 2 overs yesterday, one of the best spells of fast bowling that you have seen from us here in the studio, one of the best spells of fast bowling for sure. Your assessment, Rohit Juglan, before I go back to Bharat.
Absolutely, absolutely right, Burada. What Michael Clark said is absolutely correct. Let's start it from the very start. We were coming down from a 3-0 loss series at home. And after that, the chips were really down. Everyone was counting us out. And after that, what had happened, we won the toss. We opt to bat first. And on this difficult track, yes, it was a difficult track. We all out on 150. Now the big question mark on Jasprit Bumrah's decision, was that a right decision? That, in these conditions where there is slightly overcast, there was very much, to the fast bowlers, knowing that our fast bowler has also our strength. He opted to bat first. Now after that 150 dismissal, me and Shubhanta were, live in the Rev Sports Hindi chat, and they were saying that no, Bumrah has, wrong decision by Bumrah. And now suddenly he was under pressure. Now look at him, took the responsibility, and as far as as Michael said, that the number one fast bowler in all three formats. Coming here since 2018, he was your pick of the bowlers. Never took too long to adjust with the length. There was always problems in England and Australia, especially in these two countries, that you have to adapt to the length. What is a good length in subcontinent could be a possibility that here you have to make it a little more fuller, or just pull it a little back. So those kind of adjustments, Bumrah was right there. Starting it up with picking up Nathan McSweeney, he was not looking at all comfortable at all. A test match which you don't want to remember, except that Yashasvi Jaiswal catch. Nothing is there to remember. And then after that, the way he set it up, Manas Labuschagne on the very next ball, if Virat could catch that, then there was 2 on 2 wickets. And after that also Usman Khwaja and Stephen Smith. We were talking about one of the best, because Usman Khwaja, as far as form is concerned, is their in-form batter. And taking his wicket, Manas Labuschagne, edging that one. And before that, Nathan McSweeney, after that, Stephen Smith. Then when he picked up Pat Cummins, again a strategic decision from him and Virat. They both discussed it, and Bumrah came back, from a different end. So when you talk, we all know his genius with his skill set, but we much often we don't talk about the geniusness with the skill set and the mind. We always talk about, spin scientist Ravi Chandran Ashwin. He thought so much. He has plans for each and every one. But I think Bumrah has the same, Burada. Bumrah has same kind of, that mental attitude that I have to take cues from the batters and pick his wickets. What Ashwin told you in his interview, that, it's not about my skills or that I only trust with my skill. It's also about the cues the batter is giving me, that looking little vulnerable as far as full ball is concerned or short of length ball is concerned. So I think spot on. Jasprit Bumrah, spot on with his captaincy, spot on with his bowling changes. Yes, Virat helped him a lot with the fielding changes, a lot with, one-on-one chatter, sometimes with Harshit Rana, sometimes with him also. I saw each and every drinks break, each and every post-session, pre-session, there were these two walking all out together. The 9 players, they are walking along, and then these two, always discussions about the field setting, about the bowling changes, about the one-on-one chats with the opposition. I think Bumrah and then Virat Kohli with him. So all credit goes to definitely to Jasprit Bumrah, for all his performances. And now Rohit is back, so we have to see how they'll move forward from here. But yes, from that one-off test match in England to this one, Bumrah came a long way, and he impressed a lot of us with his captaincy. There were questions because he underbowled himself in that one-off test match against England. I literally at that point of time, I little know about his injury problems, because after that we all knew that he gone for that 1 year break with his back problems. But at that test match, he underbowled a little bit, and after that what we saw here, he came a long way, Burada. He has that in him, to captain this side for a long period of time.
Rohit Juglan there, summing up what Jasprit Bumrah is all about in this particular test match. He's just been given the player of the match, an absolutely right call. Rohit, I'll let you go. I'll let you go to the press conference. Devashish Sen joins us from Perth. Beautiful stuff. Rohit Juglan and Shubhan Chakraborty will get us the press conferences. We will keep the press conferences here. And at that point in time, we'll let you know. You can switch to our YouTube broadcast. But Devashish Sen, first thoughts. You've just filmed the photographs that we will just play. What an incredible win. If you take Perth 2018 and now complete your turnaround. If you take Perth 2008, it was a very similar win. 2008 and now, if I compare that test match, India was written off. Sean Tate was told to be blowing India away. Monkey Gate. Perth was supposed to be the hallowed fortress of Australia. And now, Devashish Sen, take it over.
Yeah, Yeah, if you have to compare both the wins, I would still rate the win at Wacker much more higher than this one, because India had everything against them. Obviously, that monkey gate controversy, Australia having their tails up and to be bouncing back in a manner and winning that test match at Wacker was definitely one of the greatest wins in Indian cricket. But obviously, talking about this test win, it has been a team effort. Means right from the start, right from captain Jasprit Bumrah, the way he led, the way he gave those crucial breakthroughs. He was asked by Adam Gilchrist on Fox on live telecast post-match presentation ceremony, what did you tell your players when we were 150 bowled out? So what Bumrah said to Adam Gilchrist was, I just told my boys to keep the belief, keep the self-belief, and they were much more happier by keeping that self-belief in them. Yes, they can do it, and the boys showed, and the Indian players, everyone, each and every member of this Indian side showed character, the grit, the temperament, the skills, the confidence, the willpower, and the end result is a brilliant win from the Indian team. And obviously, the special credit goes to Yashasvi.
Because of the wind, your voice is cut. Get to a place where you can sort of control the thing a little bit, and we will come to you. We will come to you. Take your time. You've taken the first comment. We'll come to you. Play the Gautam Gambhir bite. If there was anybody, give me a second. If there was anybody under pressure, it was Gautam Gambhir. People said he's doing favoritism. People said India. People said Harshit Rana bogus. People said Nitish Kumar Reddy. What kind of a selection is this? People question KKR favoritism. Exactly what I said. Gautam Gambhir, all he said before this tour, I had multiple conversations, and he said, we will fight till the very last ball. And I can promise you that. Here's Saurav Ganguly on Gautam Gambhir before I go to Bharat Ramraj and Ogni. Gautam Gambhir under so much flack already after one series, right? I mean, people say IPL and you've given him the coaching op. India will always question you. India coaching job, captaincy, BCCI, everything will be questioned. A word on that? I mean, because we get to judgments very quickly.
Let him be. I saw some criticism on what he said on the press conference. That's the way he is. Let him be. When he won the IPL, he was the same when you were going gaga over him. Just because he's lost 3 test matches and a one-day series against Sri Lanka, the same thing is not been looked nicely. But that's the way it is. And why not? Australians, from the time I have watched cricket, they've been tough on you. They've played their cricket that way, whether it's Waugh, whether it's Ponting, whether it's Hayden, the current crop is a bit more soft because of IPL and their friendships in IPL. But the Australians have played it that way, tough, hard cricket. So there's nothing wrong with Gambhir. That's the way it is, and he fights, he competes, and let him be and give him a chance. 2 months you're putting a judgment on him.
Okay, so there's Saurav Ganguly on Gautam Gambhir. Quick words, I'll go to all. Gargi, you start. Gautam Gambhir, under so much flack, KKR favoritism. Talk about it.
We've seen him do this. He's made bold calls all throughout his career, now as a coach as well. So I think when people started talking about giving him so much flack, I think it was too early to judge someone like a Gautam Gambhir, who we know has an expertise on the game, and you can't doubt someone who's that experienced. Of course, there'll be wrong decisions, there'll be mistakes, but you can't judge someone's entire coaching career in a few weeks. So I think it's still too early to say that he's bad or good, but the decisions that he's taking are working out, and there's no such thing as IPL favoritism in international cricket. That cannot happen, especially for the Indian team. You're on national duty. These players are professionals. These coaches, staffs, everyone is professional, and their first priority is India and nothing else.
Bharat?
And can you just... Yeah, Gautam Gambhir, obviously, someone, I think he would be really thrilled about this particular victory after what happened against New Zealand 0-3 loss. So from his point of view, this is a great win, because many were questioning about his credentials as a test match coach. Yes, they were saying that he's basically a mentor for T20 cricket. He doesn't know much about test cricket. Yes, there were a few blunders against New Zealand in that test series. but but the selectors in Gambhir have got the selections right. At Perth, you needed it all, hit the pitch bowler. They did that. And even if you look at the toss factor, some of them were saying cloud cover and all that. But at Perth, you always win the toss and bat. And India did that. Even if you look at the planning, Morne Morkar also has to get some credit here. With Travis said they got it right. Plan A, they got it right. The plan B also got it right. With Steve Smith, they were always attacking the stumps in the first innings. Same with Labuschagne, and even with Alex Carey, they got the plan right. So with most of them, they got the plans right. And if you look at the execution as well, it was very good in the first innings. Harshit Rana's execution was pretty good. Second innings was not great, but it's on his test debut, so it's fine. So somewhere, not just somewhere, Morne Morkar also deserves credit, because whatever I saw, planning, execution, you could say it was like a 9 out of 10. So yeah. So Gambhir
the same question, planning and execution that Bharat spoke about, Gautam Gambhir, before I go to Devashish on that. Ogli.
Very simple, Boryada. If you start winning, all your calls are great and bold and reaping dividends. If you do not get the desired result, then you are a bad coach, then you are a bad captain, and everything is decided. See, it's what I've always said, what I've always maintained on Ref Sports as well, that Test cricket is not 2 minutes noodles. It's not Instagram reels. So just hold on. You have prepared rank turners. Why? To nullify Ashwin and Jadeja, to take them out of the game. Look what Jasprit Bumrah said after receiving player of the match. These are his exact words. This is what he says, Jasprit Bumrah. He's saying that I have never seen Virat out of form. We should not be judging him on difficult tracks. So he's admitting that it's probably not fair to judge a Virat Kohli on a square turner, as we saw in Pune and Mumbai. He comes to Perth, the pitch eases out in the second innings, scores a classy 100. But the most important thing for me, Boryada, the most important takeaway for me is that what you have always said, Gigi doesn't shy away from a fight. And in Down Under against Aussies, you need to keep an eye on them. You need to match them eye to eye. And this is exactly what Gigi will do. And he'll be bolstered by the return of his captain, Rohit Sharma.
Devashish, that's the point. Every time I've spoken to Gautam, that's the word, fight. Even if he's down and out, he will fight. Now also, now that he's won, doesn't make him the greatest coach. And we have to be very clear here. We have to put things in perspective. I keep saying this. One win doesn't make you the greatest coach, and one defeat doesn't make you the worst player or worst coach in the world. Unfortunately, our fandom lacks perspective. But Gautam Gambhir will give his 100%. He will not shy away from tough calls. Nitish Reddy, tough call. Harshit Rana, tough call. These are important calls, Devashish Sen. Talk about it.
Boris, I would like to take you to that comment from the Harshit Rana when he mentioned that Gautam Gambhir told him to that if you get hit by a bouncer, treat it as a bullet. So that's a big statement from Harshit. Means obviously when the coach gives you the freedom to express yourself, it is the players who goes out there, because it is the players who win you matches, and that is all what has happened with this Indian team. Gautam Gambhir has instilled in all the players the self-belief, the never say die attitude, which is the trademark associated with Gautam Gambhir. He has always played the game with utmost determination. He never shied away from any difficult phase, and that is what is making that happen with his players. And I would just like to take one thing away. Obviously, there were a lot of talks about when India decided not to play that practice match, the intra-squad match at the WACA, but they were all focused on preparing themselves, preparing on the hard and bouncy WACA pitches with the Kokavura ball. So, and particularly the bowlers spent a lot of time, and here you could see the result. So it's a team effort, I would say, and ably supported by Gautam Gambhir and Jasprit Bumrah.
Adding just one more sentence to what Mama said, Boryada, for me, one of the moments of this Perth Test match was Kohli coming to the dressing room after scoring that 100, Gigi hugging him, for all the talks, for all the controversies, what is brewing between the two, and Gigi and Kohli had their fights. Look at that. This is what Boryada has always said. The ultimate goal is to work for Indian cricket, for the betterment of Indian cricket. Doesn't matter whether you are having dinner or breakfast or lunch together or not, as long as India is winning. Boryada?
Absolutely. I mean, it is always the case. Here at Rev Sports, if you're 100 people, not everybody needs to be everyone's friend and go out and have dinner every day. As long as you're doing a job for Rev Sports, I'm happy. That's what it is. When you're playing team sport, you need not be everybody's friend. Today, Gautam Gambhir doesn't need to go out and have dinner with Anushka and Virat in Perth. They can have dinner, whatever. But when that last catch goes up, it will have to be for India. That's what team sport is all about. Can we play Ganguly on India? This is what Saurav had said at the start of the series. Do not rule out India when everybody was saying 4-0, 4-0, 3-0, and all the talk was going on. Here's what Saurav Ganguly had said, and then I will go to all my guests.
India has a chance, of course. I know they didn't play well against New Zealand, and they are responsible for it. They can't play on such pitches. I've said that repeated number of times. When you have the quality of Ashwin, Jadeja, Kuldeep, Akshar, Washington, you don't need pitches which turn square because it takes the batting away. And I presume there's been not a single 100 in that series except the first test. Sarfaraz Khan got 100 in Bangalore. There has been no 100 in the series, and that speaks volumes of how the surface played throughout the test match. And I say that repeatedly. I say that when I was captain. In the middle, when India played with Virat as captain, some of the pitches spun a lot. And I saw this again. And it's going to take the batting away. Batsmen will lose confidence. If they don't score runs, games after games. And I think that's something which Gautam needs to look at and change it. I've always said win test matches in 5 days, not in 3 days. And with Ashwin and Jadeja, test matches change very quickly on day 3, day 4, day 5 in India. It may look flat and nothing happening on day 1, day 2, and then suddenly things start changing. And that's what they should look at. So they're a good side, and I've seen Virat Kohli has landed in Perth early, which is a good sign that he's up and hungry. And it's going to be a fascinating series. A lot of people are saying India will be whitewashed. I don't think so.
Fantastic from Saurav Ganguly. People were saying whitewashed. I don't think so. India 1 up already going into the next test match in Adelaide. Will be a day-nighter. Let's kind of move to the team selection a little bit. Rohit Sharma back. So I'll start with you, Devashish Sen. You watched Rohit Sharma at the nets. Rohit Sharma at the top of the order, or does he bat down? After this effort by Yashasvi Jaiswal and KL Rahul, do they open? And does Rohit Sharma bat down? With Shubman Gill at 3, does Rohit bat 6? So Yashasvi Jaiswal, KL Rahul, Dhruv Jurel gives way to Rohit Sharma, and Devdutt Padikkal gives way to Shubman Gill. Is that what can happen, or what is your take? Where does Rohit Sharma bat, Devashish Sen?
Yeah, obviously we can expect 2 changes straight away with Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill coming in. And there can be no 2 doubts about it. Just to automatically gets into the side. But the point is what you also said, that whether the captain will be willing to go down the order at number 6. Going by the way, I think Rohit might open the batting with Yashasvi, with KL Rahul taking the second new ball when it is available batting at number 6. So that might be the thing, but obviously it might change because the team management is a better job. But given the way Rohit Sharma has already started his preparation for the day-night test, I assume that he might be opening the batting with Yashasvi Jaiswal, with KL Rahul going in at number 6. Obviously, Shubman Gill coming in at number.
People who are watching, where should Rohit Sharma bat? Write to us in the comments, and we will take the comments. What, according to y'all, is the correct position for Rohit Sharma going into the next test match in Adelaide? Devashish Sen reckons top of the order. Where do you stand on that, Bharat Ramraj?
Oh, I would be looking at how KL Rahul played. I would be very reluctant to change that top 2 of Jaiswal and KL Rahul, because this technique was so good against the pink ball as well. The ball will move around. It will seam around a little more. And expect a little more seam movement with the pink ball. They will also likely leave a little bit of grass because you don't want the pink ball to lose its color. So considering all that, in my opinion, I would find it very difficult to change that top order of KL Rahul and Jaiswal. Maybe have someone like Rohit at number 3 or something on those lines, because anyway, Gill will play. Maybe Rohit Sharma keep him down the order at number 5 or on those lines. But I don't think that will happen. I see Rohit Sharma only opening. But looking at how KL Rahul batted against the new ball in these conditions, I would find it very reluctant to change that top order, but I think Rohit Sharma only will finally open the batting.
Ogni, where do you stand? Open? Middle order? 3? Where do you stand?
Very difficult. I think we are going to get a lot of answers from the 2-day match in Canberra, Boryada. Red Sports team will be there. The correspondents will be there. We'll get a fair bit of answers from there. The way India, picks their lineup and the way they go out, the order in which they go out to bat. But difficult. See, a lot of people know that I have immense bias towards Rohit and Virat. So I'll go with Rohit and Jaiswal to open, just because of the experience he has, but also taking nothing away from KL Rahul, who not only played a good innings, but also guided Yashasvi when he was flashing a couple outside the off stump, when he was just getting a tad impatient. So KL Rahul was always that mentor, that big brother to Yashasvi from the non-strikers end, even when he was not batting that fluently as YGB was batting. But I still think Rohit and Yashasvi to open, Shubman Gill at number 3, 4 Virat, 5 Rahul, 6 Pant. That's my batting order.
Honestly, I don't have an answer to this. And this is not a decision that you can take, that a captain or a coach alone can take. This will need aggressive discussions with both Yashasvi, Jaiswal and Rohit. They'll have to decide on who goes where, because I won't be dropping KL Rahul. I wouldn't want to break the partnership of Yashasvi and KL as well, because how do you change or how do you break a match-winning partnership? That changed everything for India. KL and Yashasvi changed everything for India. So this is a tricky spot. And I sort of feel bad for KL Rahul, because, if anything's going to happen, if there's a safe bet, then Rohit Sharma comes into the opening and KL Rahul has to change his position once again.
Yeah, it'll be unfair on KL Rahul.
Yeah.
If KL Rahul has been pushed up the order, he's done a job and done that job to perfection with the 70 and the 25 that he got in the first innings, invaluable runs. Rohit Sharma as captain, if he pushes KL Rahul to number 6, it will be tad unfair. So maybe Gill at 3, Rohit at 6, KL and just Jaiswal continue to open could be India's bet. And Rohit Sharma has forever been a team man. Rohit Sharma has never played cricket for his own self. Rohit Sharma will want to play cricket for India, and as captain has always done that. So you could just see Rohit Sharma dropping himself to number 6, allowing KL Rahul and Yashasvi Jaiswal to continue to open. We will have to monitor that debate, but we are all unanimous.
Can I add one line, Buryada?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. This could also be the case that Yashasvi and Rohit open. You get KL at number 3. Anyway, Shubman will go to number 4 the moment Virat decides to.
No. They won't change there's no chance. Virat Kohli bats 4. He's got 100. The whole batting order doesn't get shifted like that. The whole thing, everybody gets pushed back, doesn't happen. I mean, it will be a straight swap. Either Rohit top, KL 6, or Rohit 6, KL continues to open. It will be a straight swap. It won't be that you change the whole batting order. Let's kind of move on. Let's move on to Australia. The question I'm asking all my guests, I'm asking all who are watching, does Australia have a mental problem with India? Does Australia fear India? Is this Australian side mentally fragile? Devashish Sen, you are smiling. Take that.
I will be interested in reading at what the newspapers comes out with.
Get to meet Gideon Haig. Say hi from me and say hello. You said Perth is the stadium of conditions. This is what we've done to you at Perth. Come Melbourne, come Sydney. We will thrash you again.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I won't be able to, because the press conference is almost over. But there will be quite a few number of Indian fans waiting for the team bus to leave. So I might as well go and capture that visuals, because both Rohit and Shubhayan are right now in the press conference. Talking about the Australian media, obviously it will be interesting as to what the former cricketers write in their column in tomorrow's newspaper. So I will be definitely going and doing a piece. Both me and Shubhayan will be doing a small video on what the newspapers have come out with.
Yeah, and I will try and get Justin Langer today in that auction in Dubai and say, in Jeddah. Thank God you were in Jeddah and not sitting in the Justin Langer stand and crying, because that would have been really painful, Justin Langer. I will ask Sanjeev Goenka to give me Justin Langer in that auction in Jeddah and ask him this question for sure. But folks, where do you stand on this? Devashish Sen, you can go if you want to get those visuals, because those are important visuals. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will get you back in the auction again. Bharat Ramraj, where do you stand on this? Are Australians scared of this team? Are they scared of India?
Yeah, already noted on day one itself, I guess, that Australia seemed to have a little bit of a mental block when it comes to playing the Indian team in Test cricket. If you look at barring the World Test Championship final, that has been the case. You go back maybe to the Bengaluru Test in 2017 when it seemed like that was the time when it seemed like Australia could achieve a historic series win in India, but they collapsed from 134 for 2, and India won that test, and they won that Dharamsala test when Australia were 200 for 3. It happened in Adelaide in 2018-19, and again it happened at Gabba. At Sydney, Australia were having the upper hand, they couldn't close out a win, and then again in Delhi test last year it happened, and this year again at the Perth test we have seen 150 all out from that. Yeah, Bumrah bowled exceptionally well. India played exceptionally well at Gabba, but it seems like Australia have that kind of mental block, because even if you look at their first innings, they were around 100 for 9. At that time, Mitchell Stark and Josh Hazelwood were trying to defend against Nitish Reddy and Washington Sundar. For me, that at that time itself, it gave me a little bit of cue about Australia's current mindset, because you expect with one wicket in hand, if you're still trying to defend, block, it didn't make any sense. And then they bowled short of a length. They didn't try to attack the stumps. Their mindset was quite defensive against this Indian side. Somewhere it tells that they have some kind of mental block against this Indian team. They kind of fear this Indian team in Test cricket. And the results also tell that. Obviously, I'm not ruling out Australia completely. But currently it seems like they have some kind of mental block.
Ogni, where do you stand? Na chitkar kore na paglami kore bol.
I mean, the Aussies are scared of what? I really don't know. The Aussies are scared of what? There is no Rohit Sharma. There is no Shubman Gill. Clearly, Kohli is past his prime. Yes, there is a Jasprit Bumrah who is vicious with the ball. But who else? Yashasvi playing his first series in Australia. KL Rahul looked out of sorts against New Zealand. India coming on the back of a 3-0 whitewash against New Zealand. There is no Shubman Gill. Devdutt Padikkal playing his first test in Australia. Virat Kohli well past his prime at number 4. Dhruv Jurel playing his first test in Australia. Rishabh Pant, yes, but they're scared of what? I mean, these are mental blocks for what? You get so many days of preparation, you have prepared well, and you are playing your best bowling attack. Stark, Hazelwood, Cummins, Lyon. This is a fantastic world-class bowling attack. You were scared of what? I really, and you did not have any plan B. When Yashasvi was leaving, you did not have a plan B. 2 sessions you went wicketless. The match was killed then and there. And after you have toiled, what I've always maintained, Boryada, even in today's morning live, if you have toiled for 48 hours in your own backyard under that scorching sun, in that immense heat, the mindset of the morale of any team would be destroyed. Make no mistake about it. I don't know whether it's a mental block, but currently it seems so. And Australia need to get past India. Pink ball test would be their best bet.
That is something I completely agree with, that the pink ball test will be their best bet. There is a question from Aniruddha Bhaduri, which says that, Josh Hazelwood spoke about a rift and stuff like that. Yes, it is correct. It is correct because it was his column in the local, today in Sydney Morning Herald, rather, it has been reported, a conversation between Adam Gilchrist and Josh Hazelwood, which has been interpreted in that manner. We can't certainly say there is a rift because, of course, that's not for us to say. But yes, it is being talked about that there are fissures within the Australian change room based on what Josh Hazelwood has talked about. So what you've heard on commentary, absolutely the correct case. Anik Mitra, who will be the big buy in auction today, folks? Auction at 3 o'clock, not now. Auction at 3 o'clock will be a watch along. All of us will join you. Trisha, Rohan, Rahul, Gargi, myself, Ishan, Ogni, Shomik, our Australia team, Debashish, Shubha and Rohit, and of course Ishan from Jeddah. Snehashish as well. Everybody will join you, but that is at 3 o'clock, not now. What do you think? Shami make a comeback? Gargi, take that. I would suggest, from what I understand, seeing the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, it will be from Melbourne.
Oh, so who goes out then?
No. Shami will be sent to Australia from the Boxing Day test on. Whether he will be playing is a different matter. But from what I understand, he will be sent for Melbourne and Sydney.
I thought you meant he's coming into the team, but yeah, I think I don't.
Possible.
Yes,
So
yes,
none
yes.
of us know yet, because he's got to be monitored in the basically he will travel with us. He will travel with us. So we will make sure that Shami travels with us.
He's taken care of.
Yesterday in the live, somebody had asked me to take Shami.
Yeah, when we go, they were saying take Mohammad Shami with you.
Done.
To Australia.
Done deal.
I know Trisha
Done
has
deal.
been our lead producer. I know Trisha has taken care of a number of responsibilities for Rev Sports, but I did not know Trisha would be taking care of Mohammad Shami. That I did not know that she's capable of. This is a new job that has been assigned to her, but I'm glad. I'm glad, and Bharat's smile gives it away. So Trisha has many feathers. Taking care of Mohammad Shami is the latest one. As a huge cricket fan, worried about Steve Smith. Why are you worried for this series? Worry after this series. No, for the moment, don't
We
worry.
enjoy.
For the moment, don't worry. I mean,
Can I add
after
a
this
point?
series, please worry about Steve Smith as much as you want. Gargi, you want to take that?
Can I add
I
a
mean,
point?
so yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
Bharat. Yes, not one, two comments.
No, on Steve Smith, just a little small technical point. Maybe Steve Smith's fan, so I'm trying to give him at least hope. He tried to change his stance today, a little more side-on stance, and he was trying to stay nice and still against Jasprit Bumrah. At least against Bumrah, that helped him, but it didn't help him against Siraj. Obviously, it hit the crack and went away from Smith and got him out. So yeah, he's getting older. See, he's someone who depends a lot on reflexes. He's not someone comes from what can I say, addicts of batsmanship when it comes to technique. But he definitely is trying to change his stance, try to make it side on so that it doesn't have that huge trigger. And that is how we try to play Jasprit Bumrah today. At least it helped him today. But let's see what happens in ICC test, Adelaide test.
Bharat sir, I had one question for you. Will the no balls come to haunt India for the Adelaide test? Because there were a lot of no balls. Bodiada answered that in the morning. He's saying that this is not harming us, at least for this match, because those were not wicket-taking balls, or wickets did not fall on these balls. But you know, this consistent and no balls from everybody, from Siraj, from Boom, even from Nitish Reddy. Are you worried?
See, there's no quick fix for it. I guess it comes down to practice sessions where bowlers have to take it seriously. I'm not pointing my fingers at anyone, but they have to take it seriously and get their marks right and try to ensure that they don't bowl the no ball there. So that is how one can, I guess, correct this one. But yeah, it's a little bit of a worry. You never know in the pink ball test. It could be a low scoring match, 200 versus 300 or something on those lines. And
Got it.
suddenly someone balls no ball.
Bharat, let's keep answers short so that we can take more questions, because there are plenty of questions coming. I'll throw to all of you. তোমাদের সবাইকে কবে একসাথে দেখবে ভাই? তোমার এত মন খারাপ হচ্ছে কেন? এমনি তো দেখছো, আর কত দেখবে? NXR. But একসাথে in Australia, jokes apart, on 26th December, rather 21st December, when everybody reaches. Anirban Bose, nobody's talking about Gautam Gambhir. We had a long chat on Gautam Gambhir and Moni Mokal. They answered, all of us answered. They were lashed out. Absolutely, we started with them. Maybe they are missing steps. Who is missing what? Don't know that. I did not get that question. Take more.
I think he was talking about the Australian no balls. Cummins, Marsh, maybe they were missing steps.
What
What
is this?
steps?
Ogni playing what? Boriada Ogni, please see my playing 11. Where is your playing 11? Show me.
Please send it again.
Yeah, there's too many
comments. Okay, Anik Mitra is saying, with this massive win, can we hope for a place in the WTC final?
No, don't hope. This is too early.
There. He's saying KL, Jaiswal, Gill, Virat, Pant, Sharma. Acha, Rohit Sharma, Jadeja, Sundar, Rana, Siraj, Bumrah.
Not at all. Where is Nitish Kumar Reddy? After this effort in Adelaide, you don't see Nitish Kumar Reddy. Come on. Absolutely not. You have to have Nitish Kumar Reddy in that side.
Problem of plenty. Gaurav.
Big fan of Ash. He doesn't play in Sena home game 10 months. No, career not over. Career not over. Absolutely not.
Okay.
How can Ashwin's career be over? 9.75 crores to CSK.
They will bounce and Indian batters will run away. Patty Kaka ki ye naya India hai. Ye ghar mein ghusega aur marega bhi. Ogni, you take this. This is your question.
We will mute ourselves.
No. See, it's very easy to say that India will be scared of bouncy tracks. There will be scared of seaming tracks, spinning tracks. But at the end of it, let's face it. I mean, for all the talks of Yashasvi Jaiswal and Virat Kohli taking nothing away from them, Jasprit Bumrah is too good. And now now the difference is, now the gulf is very clear. There's Jasprit Bumrah, and then there's everybody else. Stark, Hazelwood, Cummins, they'll be licking their lips. What else do you need? Perth Test, opening day, green top, the pitch has seam movement, the pitch has caddy. Stark, Hazelwood, Cummins bowling at green horns, bowling at Yashasvi Jaiswals and Devdutt Particles, and KL Rahul, who is out of form, Virat Kohli, who's past his prime, Dhruv Jurel, who is playing his first game in Australia. What else do you want? Australia botched it up. There are no two ways about it. Australia choked, and after bowling India out for 150, they should have had 300 on the board. But then there's the brilliance of Jasprit. As I keep telling you, there's Jasprit Bumrah, there's everybody else in the world. So that is the difference. More than pace and bounce, it's the quality. And India was well prepared. It's not easy to put out. It's not easy to defeat India that much in Sena countries right now, for a lot of hard work that has been put in before. The era started with Virat Kohli and Ravi Shastri.
Okay, the Pat Cummins press conference will soon be on our YouTube channel. The Australian captain addressing the press. We are putting it out. Our colleagues are publishing it. Shopnil and Rohan, they're working on it and publishing it in the next 5 minutes. So you can go to our YouTube platform and watch the Pat Cummins press conference straight up. And the moment we get the Jasprit Bumrah press conference, we will put it up as well, which will be in the next 15-20 minutes maximum. Karthik Chintamani, few words on Nitish Kumar Reddy, please. Gargi, take it.
What an amazing debut. That 41 in the first innings was a game changer. So was his cameo in the second dig at the wicket, and the wicket was icing on top. We spoke about this in the morning as well, didn't we? Nitish Kumar Reddy, that 41 made all the difference, and that's why he proved it. He proved why he was selected in front of all the other players available, and why the management was backing someone like a Nitish Kumar Reddy. And I think nothing more needs to be said. Of course, this series is a huge opportunity for Nitish Kumar Reddy to cement his place, but he's been absolutely incredible. The way that he's shown maturity, responsibility, putting a price on his wicket, game changer.
See, I'll just add to that. India will play 5 test matches in England after this, and Nitish Kumar Reddy will have an incredible opportunity in England as well. The conditions will suit him. If he can make himself a part of this test match team in Australia, in England, his style of bowling will come in handy, even 130, early 130s. And today he was clocking 137, 38 also. It will be very, very handy for India. Remember that Hardik Pandya performance of 5 wickets. So if Nitish Reddy can do this, he's shown a lot of heart. The way he's attacked Australia, the way he's shown character, that kind of defines a person, and that Nitish Reddy has been able to do. This is a good question. Rajarshi Majumdar, will Akashdeep come in place of Rana in Adelaide? Bharat Ramraj, take that. That's a very good question to ask. Bharat Ramraj, Akashdeep certainly in the mix.
Yeah, India would be very tempted to play Akashdeep. The main thing is he keeps the seam very straight. So when he keeps the seam straight, the ball will move. If not in the air, it will definitely move off the wicket. So that is why he's someone who could come into the equation. He comes straight from Mohammad Shami's school of pace bowling. I'm not comparing the two, but he certainly comes from that school of pace bowling. And with a pink ball, he can definitely come into the equation. So I would be very tempted to pick Akashdeep over Harshit Rana. With a pink ball, you don't necessarily need hit the deck bowler like Harshit Rana. So yeah, that's a very good question, and some think tank I think would be really tempted to pick him.
That's actually a tough call again. And yes, Gautam Gambhir will kind of take tough calls. It's horses for courses. It's not about, okay, I picked Rana, so I've got to give it. Shomu Banerjee, we've talked about Bumrah's captaincy a lot, at the start. We've talked a lot. Please answer this question. What is the question? Can we see a spinning track for India and Australia? No, you can't. If you dish out a turn, you mean to say something like what we had dished out in India? Doesn't happen, folks. Doesn't happen. All of a sudden Melbourne becomes Nagpur, or sorry, what was it? Pune. No.
Soil also is different. Soil also is different. So.
No, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
Soil also is different. So
soil is different. Absolutely, soil is different, and it doesn't work like that. The more question, Buryada, Ognida, don't you agree on Rohit should sit out? Not at all. Ogni, you want a quick comment on that?
So, boss, he's your leader of the side. Come on. No way he's sitting out. He will come in straight into my playing 11. He and Shubman Gill, once they are fit, Rohit has already started knocking the pink ball in the nets. He had a long session with the likes of Navdeep Saini, Akashdeep, Yash Dayal, as reported by Devashish Sen and Shubhayan Chakraborty early in the morning. No two ways about it. Rohit comes into the 11 straight away. He's your leader. He's the captain of the group.
Okay. We have some excellent visuals coming in. We will just play. I've just asked Rohan to play. Gargi, you can also just quickly play that. Some excellent visuals coming in. From Perth. Devashish Sen sending these visuals, beautiful visuals coming in from Perth. Let Gargi get that ready. Until then, we'll take another question. Rohit, what was that question?
No, we have the visuals.
You have the visuals? Brothers in Perth, I'm not qualifying it more. You guys can understand. Bappaditya Karan says Indian team is making a habit to prove all analysts wrong when critical tournaments come. Yes, the Indian team is like exit polls. Exit polls always get it wrong, and analysts of Indian cricket always get it wrong. So they're like the votes. Sorry.
Because you can never analyze the game
Exactly.
in
That's what it is.
yeah.
So exit polls inevitably get it wrong. Somebody says something, and the funny part about exit polls is they'll come and say, what we said, this has happened. But here the analysts can't, because everybody was bashing Gautam Gambhir, everybody was bashing Rohit Sharma, everybody was bashing the Indian team. Now, in fact, the bashing of Rohit Sharma will continue, because Virat has got 100 and India has won. So now a lot of people will say Rohit should not even play. So that is the next step that is coming. The stupidity will continue. That's Indian cricket for you. So wait for that. Over the next 9 odd days or 10 odd days, you will see this continue. The immaturity of Indian fandom. That's what it is. Akashdeep must play Phoenix. By the way, it looks like all is not well. Yes, this is that same one. Gargi, take that. I mean, will one test match kind of create this kind of a rift within the Australian setup?
Actually, I have an update on this. I asked Shubhayan what happened in the press conference. So he was asked about this, Pat Cummins.
What did he say?
Guess what? I didn't listen to what Hazelwood had said. He just said that. I don't know what he said. I'll have to go back and check.
Yeah, lovely answer. He got it right. I mean, the diplomatic Pat Cummins there. That's actually a captain's answer.
Yeah. Even if he knew, he wouldn't say.
Yeah, and the fact that this question was asked at the press conference is interesting. The Indian media should barrage the Australians with such kind of questions, because that's what Pat Cummins should be asked. Your papers, your former players, your experts are talking about it. Why not? Why not? Small feedback. Devashish needs to change his mic. Nah, it is not. It's about the wind in Perth. Unfortunately, it's too windy. We've had this in Birmingham, even if with noise cancellation microphones, folks, it doesn't work. He's carrying the DJI, which is the best quality noise cancellation microphone. The wind is so strong, and it sort of blows across. It is very, very difficult.
Yeah. Another technical thing with mics is if you attach the mic, then you can't hear. You'll have to take off the receiver of the mic and then you can hear. So lights don't work with the mic. So
there you go. I did not know that. That's something that I've learned, but that's what it is. That's what it is for the feedback. Abhishek 1289, I'm glad you said it. because these are important feedbacks, Abhishek, and clearly you are one of our ardent viewers, and that's sort of proved. Last 6 minutes on the show. Let's take this final question. I will ask you to rate Perth 2008, Perth 2008, 2018, that test match in Melbourne, 2021 Melbourne, 2021 Gabba, and 2024 Perth. Where do you rank this victory? Bharat Ramraj, you go first.
Oh, that's first. First is, I think, Gabba only. I would just add one more performance. 1980-81, the MCG. Kapil Dev's 5 for 28 with a hamstring problem, I guess. He bowled so many overs and took down. Greg Chappell was taken down by Karsan Gowri. I think that would be for me too. MCG 80-81 too. Then this, because of this clinical performance 3. 4 is, I think, Perth 2008, and then I would go for MCG 2021. So that would be my rating. 1 is this, 2 is MCG 1980-81, 3 is this Perth 2024, 4 is Perth 2008, and 5 is MCG 2020-21.
Ogni, your rankings of these overseas wins, the Australian overseas wins. And by the way, I promised I will show you what Indian dressing room had in 2008 after the match was over. I will show those visuals. I'm giving them to Gargi as we speak. Ogni, your rankings.
For me, Boryade, it's a tie between the 2008 Perth, because just fresh from the Monkey Gate controversy, the team not traveling, you breaking their exclusive with Saurav Ganguly, Anil Kumble being the leader of the team. Excuse me. So 2008 for me has to tie with Toota Hai Gaba Ka Ghamand. So that's a tie. That will be followed by Melbourne 2022, Ajinkya Rahane, 36 all out in Adelaide. That will be followed by this one, 2024 Perth, and the last one will be 2018 Melbourne. Yeah, that's my ranking.
All right.
Gargi, what about you?
Oh,
You
I
forgot.
think yeah, I've forgotten.
Yeah, you're two. You're
Just want to add a point.
2008, you were two.
Just
Yeah.
want to add a
So-
point. Just 2 words.
Yeah, quickly.
This New Zealand series, India lost 0-3. So this is also a great performance, because India were all out for 150 as well in tough conditions. 0-3, they lost to New Zealand at home. So everyone was bashing. So on that basis, I kind of rated this slightly ahead of Perth 2008.
Okay, so here you go. If Gargi's got it ready, these are the visuals from the Indian change room. Indian change room after the Perth victory of 2008. And one visual you guys will love. So just wait and see this particular visual, and I'll play that. No, not that. That's Irfan. That's with the champagne bottle with the media and the grass one. Keep this. Put this on the thing, and I'll talk. So what happened was, this is what the Indian board had. So there were 2 boards. There was one whiteboard on the left, and this was the second whiteboard. Well done, India. Now for Adelaide. Go Aussie, go. So this was one of the boards that the Indian change room had, and put the other one, which had the whole philosophy of Team India. This was the test, this one. This was the test match after Monkey Gate, and this is the Indian dressing room. They had this board. Unfortunately, I've taken the photograph in this manner. If you could kind of change it.
But you tell the story about it.
Yeah, I mean, this was the test match after the Monkey Gate Sydney test match. Everybody said India would be blown away. Sean Tate, 160 kilometers an hour. This is what the Indian change room had. This is what the Indian change room had. If you want to be loved, be lovable. Remember opportunity. Just play that, Gargi, on screen, and I'll read it out for you. Screenshot from the Indian change room, rather photograph from the Indian change room at Perth in 2008. One of my favorite photographs. This one. Here you go. Can you just enlarge the thing a little bit?
You read this out.
Yeah. If you want to be loved, be lovable. Remember, opportunity is a dare, not a door. Fools give you reasons. Wise men never try. A smile costs less than electricity and gives more light. I wanted to be what I was when I wanted to be am today. This is what the Indian dressing room, and go down, see what it's written there. Perth, Australia, 18-1-08. That's what it is from Perth at that point in time during that test match, that incredible test match after that Monkey Gate controversy. Irfan Pathan came and had his bottle of man of the match winning champagne with us right in front of the scoreboard. So these are incredible memories. My ranking, I will rate this as high as any, given the context. 3-0 mauling against New Zealand, team being written off. Yes, Adelaide 2003-4, Rahul Dravid's 233. That is another incredible win. Ajit Agarkar, 6 for 41. What memories, folks. What memories. Bharat Ramraj is smiling. We'll come back with the show. Maybe tomorrow we will come back with the show. India's best wins in Australia.
আমরা একটা এবিসি করব বড়িয়াদা কালকে
100% করব।
এবিসি করব সকাল 9টায়
in Australia।
সকাল 9টা ডান সকাল 9টা।
For the moment, we will play the press. Is this the WTC standings? Let me give you the WTC standings also. Gargi Patichis.
Oh, he sent a picture of the laptop, so no.
Okay, so India once again back at the top, 61.11. Australia at number 2, 57.69. So clearly the swing is continuing. This is like the swing states in America. Donald Trump got them all. We will have to see what happens with the India-Australia series. For the moment, we will be back in exactly an hour, about an hour, with our auction watch along. But you will see the Pat Cummins press conference and the Jasprit Bumrah press conference on our YT platforms in about, is the Pat Cummins thing already there? The Pat Cummins thing is already there. You can go and watch. The Bumrah press conference will be up there soon. Catch you, folks. Thank you very much for watching.